What's good YouTube, it's your host Axel Rose, the Shogun with a slogan, and you are now watching MVP Magazine. And the third big game from the PlayStation 5 announcement is finally here, Destruction AllStars. Does Sony finally have its main multiplayer hit, its challenge to Mario Kart? Well, we'll find out.
Rectangle! And now, it's mayhem! 3, 2, 1, go!
Destruction AllStars is a multiplayer car combat game which pits you against your rivals to see who will be the last one standing. It's fast, it's flashy, and it's frantic. But does it have what it takes to make it to the top of the multiplayer mountain? Well, as far as gameplay mechanics are concerned, it is literally the definition of pick up and play. And that's definitely something that works for this game. The controls are really easy to get to grips with. The whole gameplay flow is not too complicated, and it looks really good while you're playing it. Basically, you pick a character from a cast of 16, you take to one of the multiplayer arenas, and then you basically get in a car and crush everybody to death. Now, one of the things I was really impressed with whilst playing this game is the overall balancing and driving physics of the three separate classes of vehicles. You have heavy vehicles, medium vehicles, and small vehicles, and all of them are evenly balanced to be able to feel competitive, with heavy vehicles giving you more advantage as, you know, an offensive big type, and smaller vehicles giving you more speed advantage, and medium being somewhere in the middle. Another thing which is really cool is that you can actually exit your vehicle, set traps, and gather other power-ups that can give you an advantage. Now, as for the power-ups, don't be expecting anything along the lines of Mario Kart. There are more things to help you boost up your car and your character's abilities to just, you know, give a little advantage while ramming other opponents. There's no real long-range attacks or projectiles in this game. It's all skill-based, head-ramming, crashing action. And that may turn some people off, but in a way, I think it really works for this game because it makes it unique and its own thing. Now, Destruction AllStars features 16 car-crazy characters ready to crash into your cranium. Yeah, try saying that 7 times fast. It's actually really difficult. I tried earlier and it didn't work. But anyway, the game features a cast of characters much like games you've seen before, like Overwatch, Battleborn, Blood, whatever on the Xbox. And yeah, it's pretty much what you've seen before. They're all in the style of Fortnite characters, so if you're into that kind of stuff, you'll be able to dig these characters. Now, you will either love them or hate them, but in a way, I think they've been designed well. But one of the problems I have with this game as far as characters is that you can tell they're going for the overall diversity shtick. But whilst doing that, they managed to forget to put a black male in the game, and that definitely rubbed me the wrong way, especially with Sony going on the whole march of diversity that they are. How can you forget to put a black male in the game? I'm definitely not feeling that at all. It definitely seems like an oversight, and yeah, I don't like it. Now, whilst this game definitely excels at being easy to pick up and play, just grabbing a controller and smashing into some enemies, that all definitely comes at the cost of depth. Maybe a couple of more mechanics thrown in just to give it some extra, you know, oomph as far as high level play would definitely help, because you can tell this game has been made to be an esport. And hey, if you're going to have an esport game, you definitely want more depth so you can see who's really making the most of the mechanics in the game. So the pick up and play aspect is also marred by the fact that hitting and ramming into other cars has to be done very precisely, and some people just might not have that extra skill you need to be able to line up and consistently take down cars and get damage, as you have to really be hitting the cars at a certain angle and with a certain right attack to really score high damage. And I don't know if that will put off more casual or intermediate players. Watching a stream which David Jaffe was giving his own opinion, David Jaffe, David God of War Jaffe, the originator of Twisted Metal and the car combat, genre, he was saying one of the things that definitely would have helped with this game is maybe a little more of a sticky gameplay, whereas the car kind of homes onto enemies as you get close to them, because sometimes the online game can kind of be a little bit laggy and lining up your shots can cause misses if your connection isn't that good. But that being said, the pick up and play nature definitely helps the game overall. It just can put casuals off if they're not good enough to make the most of it. Now, one of the major drawbacks of this game is the overall lack of single player content. If you was expecting to choose your favorite character, your favorite ride, and start crashing your way to some new content, that's not a thing in this game apparently. The main single player serves more as a training ground for the overall multiplayer experience. Now, there definitely are other games that do this, like Bleeding Edge, Overwatch, and the like. But each one of those games has its multiplayer aspects significantly more fleshed out to make them feel more deeper. And the overall slap in the face as far as single player content is concerned is that you literally have to pay to play it. No. And I'm not talking about in-game currency, which you earn from playing multiplayer matches, which definitely would have been a good idea. No, I'm talking about real money, real hard-earned cash to pay single-player content. And when the game is as bare bones as it is, especially in depth of gameplay, it really feels like a slap in the face and a cash grab. Now, I know that developers that make these games have to recoup their money somehow, but when you can only play one part of the single player for free, it's like, come on man, how EA and Activision can you be? And speaking of EA and Activision, this game really does all it can to get the money out of your pockets. Now, as long as the game doesn't offer pay to win tactics, I'm okay with paying for certain things like cosmetics, but even the cosmetics in this game are lackluster, with you only being able to get new colors for your character. So no new armor sets, no cool badass helmets or anything. No, just, hey, do you want your character in green or orange or blue? Yep, there you can have that, and pay for it with your credits. And it's like, no Lucid Games, no Sony, how about giving us something we can really pay for? Stuff like this, they probably could have locked behind premium content as it doesn't affect the match, but actually locking the real game behind premium no, that just seems like too much of a cash grab. It seems like too much EA, too much Bobby Kotick, and it just doesn't work for a game which is supposed to be based on pick up and play fun. It really impedes what this game is supposed to be. So I definitely cannot co-sign the single player aspect. Now, overall, this game definitely does boast some pick up and play fun. Well, as long as you don't want to play with your friends, because for some reason you can't play this game with your friends, and I don't understand why. This is a multiplayer game. People like to play multiplayer games with their friends, Sony. I don't know. I know you, Sony, you guys are kind of new to this multiplayer thing, but just remember, we have a friends list for a reason. I mean, you guys aren't as bad as Nintendo. I mean, Nintendo don't even want you to play games with your friends. They don't even want you to port to your friends on the Nintendo Switch. But yeah, that's neither here or there. It's just really sad that this game hasn't, integrated some kind of feature where you can invite your friends. Now, that being said, something like that could be coming down the line, but the fact that it's not here on launch on a Sony console for a game you can tell they're looking to push as an esport just really doesn't make any sense. Now, overall, I definitely think that this game is a cool pick up and play game, but I want to see how long it lasts. So far, it's not full with enough content to keep you coming back more and more again and again. Don't get me wrong, the initial gameplay loop is definitely fun. There's definitely something there to make you go, okay, maybe I do want to actually check this out. But the fact that there's no real single player content to help you hone your skills past the training mode and to keep you engaged is definitely going to be a turn off for some people who aren't ready to play online. And speaking of online, it's kind of laggy at this moment. Now, it could be because, it's the first opening week and the lobbies are full. Everyone with a PlayStation 5 is playing this. I mean, it's free. So, the old saying, if it's free, it's okay for me. Shouts to that famous YouTuber that says that. I totally forgot his name. It's probably anyway. But yes, game's free. There's a lot of people playing it. So the servers could be getting stressed. But come on, man. Come on, Sony. Bring that heat. Especially when you have to have precision knocks in this game. Like, you're hitting, if you are not good with the whole boosting thing, just forget about it. Forget about it. Now, one of the things that is good about this game, as I said before, the pick up and play nature, it would definitely attract a lot of casuals. It would definitely get them into playing. But how long it will keep them playing is what will be interesting. This game only has 4 stages. The 4th one was added 2 days ago, and you can see that this game has a long roadmap ahead of it. So hopefully all these problems that I talk about today will be ironed out. They might even add some long range missions along the line. Who knows? But for right now, it's cool for a free to play game. I don't know if it has enough depth to make it the esport that Sony wants it to be. I mean, it does have its own thing, which is something I definitely respect. I love it when games come out and try to be original and not copy, especially when you can tell that, hey, this game is going for that battle royale mixture of Fortnite. It definitely wants to be Sony's answer to the multiplayer madness which is going on. Sony wants this to be their multiplayer money maker, which is cool because Sony have been doing a cinematic thing for a long time, so I really like the fact that they're branching out. But if you're going to branch out into the multiplayer realm, you got to do it properly. You got to throw your foot down. Now, I definitely respect the fact that they made this game free, because if it came out for £70, $70, this game would be an immediate fail. It looks great, it handles great, but it just does not have the content to support that price tag. And I'm actually wondering how much it's going to cost when this promotion is over. So I'm really glad I was able to pick it up for free now, because it kind of makes judging it too harshly kind of hard, because hey, it's free and the core gameplay loop is okay. But when it comes to paying money for this, especially for the bare bones content, if Sony are charging anything over $19.99, they are having a laugh, because the content just isn't there at this moment. Now, maybe later on the line, if they boost up the content, then I can co-sign it fully. But as for now, boy, I'm not sure about this game, to be honest. Now, I played it for a while, definitely had some fun with it, but I'm not exactly sure how often I'm going to be going back. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that I hate this game, but it definitely has a few growing pains that it needs to address before it becomes the classic that it has the potential to be. So they've definitely got to fix that character roster, definitely got to fix the depth, and they've definitely got to fix that lack of single player content and the laggy online. Come on, Sony, We're paying for this now. We're paying for the network. This is the second generation we're paying for PlayStation Network. So make it worth it. Your own in-house games should be a paragon to what the PlayStation Network should be capable of. There's no way there should be as much lag as there is. Now, Lucid Studios may not be the most established, but come on. This game is in-house. It's a first-party game, so there's almost no excuse. And that lack of content is really holding it back from being something that people need to play. So yeah, as for Destruction All-Stars, I'm going to give it, I don't know right now, you know, I don't know. Okay, so yeah, that's Destruction All-Stars. Yeah, like and subscribe. Sayonara.